Yo, welcome to Breadbasket TV. We back. I told you guys if there was going to be some news, I would hop back in, and there was some big news. I'm here with Nick Renzo.
What's up?
We got some shit to talk about, bro.
That's a fact. There's a lot of MLB shit that's
A
going
lot of
around.
shit going on, bro. A lot of baseball, a lot of Yankees. But I want to start the episode off saying we're still sending prayers to Damar Hamlin. His breathing tube is out and he's gaining stability.
That's
He
great.
FaceTimed into the Bills team meeting this morning to talk to players and coaches and was quoted saying, "Love you, boys." So that's a great sign. Still sending prayers. Anyone who can, I urge you to donate to his Toy Drive Foundation. And we're also sending prayers to former Madden cover athlete Peyton Hillis, who's stabilizing but was in critical condition after saving his kids from drowning. So sending prayers to Damar Hamlin and Peyton Hillis. And then the NFL sent out a press release yesterday. A AFC Championship game between any combination of Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals will be played on a neutral site, so there's no home field advantage if those teams match up in an AFC Championship game. And if the Ravens beat the Bengals this Sunday and then they get matched up in a playoff game down the line, a coin toss will decide home field advantage for that game. I think the Bengals are going to win. I don't think there's too much to worry about there, but it is news nonetheless. Jadeveon Clowney was sent home from Cleveland Browns practice today. He was quoted yesterday saying there's a 95% chance he will not be back in Cleveland. So him being sent home is not really a surprise. He was quoted saying he wants to be somewhere that he's wanted. And someone else said something pretty similar we'll talk about down the line.
Bum.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
And Jalen Hurts is trending in the right direction to play against the Giants this weekend as well. I mean, it's a win. They have to win to clinch the number one seed. I figured he was going to play. The line's set at minus 14 for the Eagles right now, and I took that. I think they're going to blow them out. They beat the Giants by 26 the last time they played against the Giants starters, and it appears the Giants will be resting their guys this weekend because they can't move anywhere in the playoffs. They're just locked in where they are. The Bucks, Giants, and Chargers are the teams to watch who may be resting starters this week. The Chargers are waiting on the Bengals Ravens game. If the Bengals win, they can't move anywhere. So if the Bengals win, watch the Chargers in your in your fantasy football matchups because they cannot move and will likely be resting their guys this weekend. Quarterbacks who will be starting significant snaps this weekend are Jared Stidham, Brock Purdy, Sam Ellinger, Skylar Thompson, Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton, Sam Darnold, Josh Dobbs, Tyler Huntley, Nathan Peterman, David Blow, Sam Howell, Desmond Ritter, Tyrod Taylor for the Giants, Chase Daniel for the Chargers, and Blaine Gabbert and Kyle Trask for the Buccaneers. In college basketball, Texas University basketball head coach Chris Beard was fired yesterday after being arrested on a domestic violent assault charge. Um, I wish they would have held on to Shaka Smart. He's doing his thing at Marquette right now. Dave Portnoy appeared on Joe Rogan yesterday. Phenomenal episode. I don't know if you tuned in for that one, Rennie. If not, I definitely recommend it. It was a banger of an episode. And then Vince McMahon was reelected to the board of WWE. He's tied up in all his shit, but I guess they're kind of, I don't know what they're doing. He was reelected to the board today. And Jake Paul signed with the PFL, which means he will compete in MMA as well as boxing. His next opponent could be any of Mike Perry, Nate Diaz, Anthony Pettis, or Ben Askren again. And that's all the news, just putting shit out there, just a little bit of house cleaning information that I had to give you guys. Now we could get into baseball if you're ready, Rennie.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So the first thing is the Pirates have offered Brian Reynolds a 6-year contract worth $75 million per John Heyman. I don't think that's a serious offer. And
Not
if it
really.
is, I mean, it's not a competitive offer if it is a
Uh,
serious one.
I
He's
mean, he
worth,
did what's it? He requested a trade, but
yeah.
he wants to get the hell out of there because they
Yeah,
ain't doing shit. He wants to get out of there.
it can't be a serious offer. I
No,
mean,
it's not.
he's worth more than that. They know he's worth more than that. He knows that he's worth more than that. And I wonder if they don't trade him, if he's gonna play.
He
I
might be
mean,
like, fuck you and not even play.
we'll see what happens as we get into pitchers and catchers in spring training, if we hear anything or if a move is made by then. I think the favorites right now are Seattle, St. Louis, and the Yankees for Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, let's hope the Yankees get him, man.
I
Fuck.
hope so. I got the Yankee hat back on today.
Yeah, about
Um,
time.
I'm hoping for Reynolds, obviously, but Jurickson Profar, I would like to see.
Yeah, he's not bad.
And I mean, you don't got to give anybody up to get him. And it
Yeah.
seems like they're not willing to part ways with any of the prospects, or the starting pitching. The Pirates want starting pitching in return. So
Yeah, the Yankees ain't giving guys up.
I got the Nestor mustache, so they better not trade fucking Nestor now.
Bro, they ain't traded Nestor. After the season he had, they ain't traded him.
Hey, bro, we might see a little regression there, but I think he'll still be a top tier starter.
Yeah, he will.
And then Michael Kay is seriously contemplating retiring from his ESPN New York radio show, The Michael Kay Show,
Shit.
after more than 2 decades on the air. Michael Kay has no plans to give up his Yankees job and has made it clear to ESPN executives that he hopes to continue on ESPN's K-Rod broadcast for Sunday Night Baseball. But I don't know. If he retires from the Michael Kay Show, there's no Michael Kay Show.
Yeah.
Um, and then Omar Minaya, the former general manager of the Mets from 2005 to 2010 and the Montreal Expos from 2002 to 2004, is joining the Yankees as an advisor to baseball ops department. They're really beefing up that front office.
Yeah. So they picked up that guy from the Giants too, who kind
Brian
of helped
Sabian, yeah, that was, I
build the
mean,
dynasty.
just some guys that, to help Brian Cashman out, specifically in the prospect and scouting departments.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Great.
And then Andrew Benintendi was quoted saying, "It's fun to be part of something where you're desired, where you're wanted." Taking shots at the Yankees after signing his 5-year, $75 million contract with the Chicago White Sox.
Fucking idiot.
Um, I don't understand.
I
I
don't
mean,
either.
I,
Because if you want to be wanted and desired, that's why the Yankees picked you up.
that's why they traded for you in the first place, because they wanted you.
Fucking idiot.
I think the thing that offended him was that the Yankees turned their focus to Aaron Judge and Carlos Rodon
Yeah.
first, and the Chicago White Sox were in contact with him from the first day of free agency. I mean, can you blame the Yankees though?
Not really. Because they were trying to get their guy back and they were trying to get a top tier pitcher.
Exactly. I mean, they wanted Benintendi back. They said they wanted Benintendi back, not for 5 years. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of Yankee fans saying it's weird seeing him in a White Sox uniform because everyone's photoshopping him into the White Sox uniform. I think it was weirder seeing him in a Yankee uniform, to be
Yeah,
honest.
agreed, because he was part of that whole Red
It was
Sox
a to
championship.
me to me, I will not remember him as a Yankee at all. He was a
Yeah.
Red Sox.
Oh, definitely. He was a
He
Red
will
Sox.
always be a Boston Red Sox. And I maybe we'll remember him as a Chicago White Sox as well, but we'll see how he does over there. I think it's going to be between them and the Guardians to see who wins the Central.
Yeah.
I think the White Sox are going to come back a little bit. They're going to reestablish themselves. A little bounce back, I think.
Yeah, I gotta set their game up.
Um, and now let's get into the big news. First, the Los Angeles Dodgers have to make a decision on Trevor Bauer by the end of the day today.
Today, shit.
Yeah, January 6th. What do you think is going to happen there?
They're gonna cut him.
You think?
I think they're gonna cut him.
A couple days ago, some players from the Dodgers were quoted by the LA Times saying they want him back. I don't see a trade happening. If a trade was going to happen, it would have happened already.
Yeah.
They owe him what, 26 million?
Something like that. I know because he signed that huge ass contract for what, like 3 years?
I think it was 26. Um, if he is cut, where do you see him going?
That's a good question. I don't know. Fuck.
It's a tough, I mean, it's got to be a team that because he's the top tier pitcher, no
Yeah.
question about that. And I mean, he's a genius when it comes to pitching mechanics, analytics, stuff like that. Um, it has to be a contending team because if you're a team that's down in the dumps, why are you taking a chance on a guy that you have to risk the media repercussions, the locker room risk that he is even before the suspension and everything else that has happened? It has to be a team that like this is the move that puts them over the top.
Yeah.
I think both of the New York teams will be in the running for him.
Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me too if the Astros got in on it too.
Astros definitely. I could see Boston.
Nah. The way
Boston
they're
locked
playing.
Devers up.
Yeah. All I know is he's gonna be a fucking thorn in the Yankee side for a long fucking time, bro.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to carry them though.
Yeah. Because
I
they pretty
mean,
much lost all their guys.
and it's like, what's the point in paying him now after you lose Mookie and Bogarts? You know,
Yeah.
if you're going to go all in and sign him to an 11-year contract, don't you want the other guys with him?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what they have as far as prospects go or how their farm system looks, but I mean, he is still wicked young. He's like 25, 26, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
we'll see what happens with that. Carlos Correa.
This fucking guy.
The Mets have grown frustrated with Carlos Correa negotiations and are considering walking away. A source said they believed the sides still stood a strong chance of reaching an agreement, but the deal is at an inflection point. What happens if he goes back on the market?
I don't know. That's the thing because there's probably going to be once again multiple teams going after him, and then they're going to be like, should we sign him? Knowing that two teams now have passed on him because the whole fucking what's it, his ankle or some shit like that?
Yeah, yeah, he's got an ankle problem from back when he was in Double A, I believe, in 2014.
Yeah, something like that. So, and then
It's
he's gonna keep failing his physical. So what's the point?
I think it hasn't bothered him at all since he's been in the bigs. Um, he's not going to get anything more than 7 years if he
No,
goes back on the market. I think it'll be between 5 and 7. Um, Probably a higher AAV.
yeah,
Same question from Trevor Bauer. Who do you see jumping into this Carlos Correa thing?
I don't know, man. I really don't like. I don't know like where the fuck he's gonna go. It's kind of similar to fucking the whole Correa situation. Like I have no idea where he would go.
I think again, Yankees. You can't rule the Mets out at this point. I mean, they might work things out with Correa and Boris.
Yeah,
Um, the Giants might jump back in.
I think they're done, the Giants.
I would hate to see him in Boston,
Dude, we would all hate to see him in Boston.
but he's got a relationship with Cora from
That's right.
Houston.
Yeah, because Coro, he was on that fucking cheating team. Those fuckers.
I think I would love to see him as a Yankee. It's like it's like the A-Rod thing still, just like A-Rod with Boston. Remember? He was
Yeah,
everyone thought he was going to Boston.
yeah,
And then George pulled the sheet out on him and got A-Rod to the Yankees. I
yeah.
think I could see Correa as a Yankee. I think if I had to say, I would say the favorites for him are Mets, Yankees, Red Sox, Minnesota.
You think he's gonna go back to Minnesota?
There's a chance. I mean, they were in on him before the Mets got him and before the Giants got him. I think he could do another like I believe his contract with Minnesota was a 3 year with an opt out after each year.
Yeah,
I could see he turned down a 10-year deal from Detroit last year, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I could see something like that coming back into the picture a little bit. Um, he has been him and Fernando Tatis have been the best shortstops in baseball.
oh yeah,
The problem with Carlos Correa is that if this ankle ends up being a problem down the line, he doesn't give you what a Bogarts gives you with the bat,
yeah,
and he doesn't give you what a Trey Turner does with speed, and he doesn't give you what a Tatis does with power.
yeah,
His strength is in the field. It's a defensive, that's his strength. It's the
yeah,
defensive end. But if this ankle becomes a problem, everyone assumes he's gonna eventually become a third baseman.
yeah,
But if the ankle's a problem, he might eventually get even moved to first base. If you don't have the range for shortstop or third, I mean, what is a player that defensive strength, why would you DH him? You lose more than half his value at that point.
yeah. It's no point.
And I mean, who knows what he would be at first base? I could see him at third, but the hot corner is fucking with a bum ankle. You can't hold that down.
Yeah, no, you can't.
It's maybe second. I could see something like
Oh,
that,
I can't see him at second. No.
but I don't know. I mean, you're losing more than half his value if you DH him, and if you're paying him all this money, it's to be a Gold Glove shortstop or a Gold Glove third baseman, you know?
Yeah,
And if he is that for 3 to 5 years, why are you going to pay him for 7 plus?
yeah.
And then what? You're stuck at probably what? What was he was getting? Let me see. 350 million divided by 13. 27 mil a year from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Then it was 315 divided by 12, 26.25 from the Mets. So that contract is good until he can't play the field anymore.
Yeah.
And I mean, I assume he's going to be good for the next 3 to 5. It's just down the line from there.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's going to get maybe a 3 to 5 with a couple options, maybe a 7 year at most with a couple of options after. And you have to assume that he's not going to get a no trade clause.
No.
And there's going to be some weird, like similar to the JD Martinez with Boston. What was it? His neck, right?
Something I think so, yeah.
And Scott Boras, it was JD's agent, and they worked it in the contract that if this injury is a problem, that the club will have some sort of clause to get out of it. I could
Yeah.
see something like that with Correa, but um, I don't know. I don't know where it goes from there.
I don't either. It's a whole fucking dumpster fire.
I remember we talked about our division winner predictions.
Yeah.
I think we could revisit that.
Yeah.
Some
I
changes
mean,
have been made.
definitely a lot of changes have been made.
Um, let's start with the AL East. You got to figure the Yankees, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be the Yankees.
Yankees are Toronto.
It's gonna be
I
Yankees, bro. They overhyped Toronto.
I like Toronto this year.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good. They just over fucking hype 'em. I remember they said last year Toronto was gonna win the division and all that shit. They were
Toronto
gonna
was a
keep
lot
it to
of
the
people's World
ALCS.
Series. There was a
Yeah,
lot of people's World Series pick last year.
dude, overhyped.
Um, I think if they get plus pitching from Barrios and Bassett, they're going to be a problem.
Yeah,
It's just, is Barrios going to be that guy again?
yeah, that's the thing because he fucking sucked.
He sucked last year, but we'll see what happens. The AL Central, what would be your pick today?
Indians or White Sox.
I like the Guardians.
Nah,
Um,
I think the White Sox they probably might what's it come back.
they're going to bounce back for sure. I don't think they have the pitching.
Yeah, that's true.
I um I love the Yankees played the Guardians in the playoffs,
Yeah,
and I love the Guardians game. I really do. As a baseball purist, I love their game. They got Bieber, they got McKenzie at the top of the rotation. They got the fucking dogs in that bullpen.
yeah,
And then Stephen Kwan, dude.
yeah. He's fucking good.
The things I would do for Stephen Kwan to be a Yankee. Oh my God.
That won't happen. I'm telling you right now, that shit
No,
ain't.
it'll never happen, but he had like a 5% swing and miss rate.
Yeah, he barely struck out.
He didn't strike out, he didn't swing and miss. He's one of the best leadoff hitters in baseball.
Yeah,
They got him. They got the SpongeBob dude. I don't remember his name.
Oscar Gonzalez,
Oscar Gonzalez. Yep.
Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez is a top 3 to 5 third baseman in baseball.
Who else? Those bums, Miles Straw and Josh Naylor, those fucking
Yeah,
retards.
those they suck. But they brought in what's his name too from Boston and Houston, catcher
Vasquez.
Vasquez. Yep, they brought in Vasquez. I think they'll win the Central, and then the West
You
is
already know what that's going to be. Texas
Houston.
might be, what's it,
Texas is going to be good, but
not good enough.
the story for the Texas Rangers this year is going to be injuries.
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy, they'll be a wild card team, I think. But the Astros are going to lock the West down.
Yeah.
And then the three wild card teams from the AL. Who you got?
Toronto, definitely one of them. Seattle.
Yeah,
Um, shit. There's a fucking third one.
Seattle and Toronto. I agree with you.
Maybe the Rays.
It's between the Rays, the White Sox, and the Rangers.
Yeah. But I think realistically, between those three, I probably see the Rays.
The Rays pitching is going to be elite.
Yeah.
Can they hit though? I mean, and I'm telling you, bro, if the Red Sox get Correa, they're going to be up there.
Not really. They still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I heard they were trying to get first baseman. Who was it? Let me look it up. I saw it today. Let's see here. First baseman. Who was it? Oh, I saw they might be interested in the dude from the Marlins, Pablo Lopez, and what's the other guy's name? The infielder.
Um, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I forgot his fucking name.
Um, Rojas, is that his name? Miguel Rojas? Or am I wrong?
Fuck. Let me see. Let me see. It's one of those guys.
I believe it. Yeah, Miguel Rojas. Yep. Or Yuli Gurriel. Those are the three names I heard linked with the Red Sox for trade partners. I heard
Yuli's a free
um
agent though.
Yuli is.
Yeah, he's a free agent. Yeah.
So yeah, I heard they might sign him and trade. Who's the first baseman prospect they got?
Fuck, I don't know.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
Yep.
So I heard they might sign Gurriel, trade Dahlbeck, or trade for Rojas and Pablo Lopez. If they can do that and sign Correa, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But that's a shot in the dark. I mean, Ozzy reference,
Yeah.
but it's a shot in the dark. The only thing that's making me think Correa to Boston is his relationship with Alex Cora.
Yeah.
But I think my AL wild card picks would be Seattle, Baltimore, and Texas.
Baltimore. Shit.
Or no, not Baltimore. I'm sorry. Seattle, Toronto, Texas.
Okay.
Baltimore needs pitching.
Yeah.
Baltimore needs Pablo Lopez.
You think they're gonna get Pablo Lopez?
They need him. I don't know if they're going to get him, but they need to make a pitching move bad. All right, so we're back. And let's jump into the National League. I've changed my mind on a couple of National League things.
What did you change your mind on?
I got the Mets winning the NL East, Correa or not Correa. Either way, I got the Mets winning the NL East. The Central, I'm picking the Milwaukee Brewers.
Brewers are a sleeper team.
I love the Brewers. I picked them to get in last year. They fell apart and the Phillies got in. I think the Brewers win the Central. Goldie and Arenado are studs. If they get Brian Reynolds, I'm going to change that. I'm going to pick the Cardinals. But did Goldie get the Triple Crown or did he come really close?
I don't know. I know he just got MVP. That was it.
Or no, Schwarber led the NL in home runs. So, but I still think there's going to be a little regress for Goldie. I'm gonna pick the Cardinals to win, or I'm gonna pick the Brewers to win the Central as of right now. Brian Reynolds trade could change some things, but for right now, I'm picking the Brewers. How about you?
Um, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to stick with the Cardinals, man.
How about in the East, the Mets?
Yeah, probably the Mets.
And then I'm gonna take the Padres out West.
Yeah, Padres.
The three wild card teams. Who you got?
Braves is definitely one of them. The Brewers and then the Dodgers.
So we're both leaving the Phillies out.
Yeah.
I'm taking Braves, Cardinals, Dodgers.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think I see the Phillies going back on another crazy postseason run again.
They're missing Bryce for the first half.
Yeah.
And then even when he comes back, he's probably gonna have to DH for a while. But they don't have enough pitching.
No, they don't.
And they got hot at the perfect time last year. I don't see it happening again. I've got Mets, Brewers, Padres as the division winners, and then I've got Braves, Cardinals, Dodgers, wild cards. So you got the same six teams, but in different spots.
Yeah.
I'm changing my mind on the American League MVP. I thought the motivation behind me picking Devers was that it was going to be a contract year,
Yeah.
but now it's not. So Shohei's got to be the favorite.
It Shohei's the favorite every year.
I've got two sleeper picks.
Those your sleeper picks.
The one that I love and I might put some money down on is Corey Seager.
Ooh, that's a possibility. Yeah.
I love Texas this year. They got the pitching.
They
They
got
got
some
Seager and
hitting.
Simeon,
Yeah.
and I love Adolis Garcia.
Yeah. He's good too.
They're young, and I think this is going to be the year that they start trending upward. I think Seager's going to have a monster year. And I also, you're not going to like this pick, but Jeremy Pena,
No, he's good though. I like him. He was good actually.
ALCS MVP, World Series MVP.
Yeah.
He might be a sleeper to win the AL MVP next year.
Surprised me.
And Julio Rodriguez has to be mentioned too.
Oh yeah.
Vladdy, I mean, if I had to pick one name besides Shohei, it'd probably be Seager. But Shohei's the favorite.
Yeah.
Is there any names that I didn't mention that you're thinking?
No, not really.
No Yankees?
I'll be honest, I don't see Judge getting MVP again.
No, neither do I.
No.
I think he'll hit somewhere between 45 to 50 home runs.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be enough. Um, there's two players that I think are going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Who do you think they are?
Well, three. Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, he's got to stop fucking striking out so much.
I think he's going to hit 40 home runs.
That'll be nice if he goes on a 40 homer tear. That'll be
I think
nice.
he's going to stay healthy and hit 40 home runs
He's
this
got to
year.
stay healthy, man.
And Anthony Rizzo.
Like, he's going off too. He's
I
going
think
off.
Rizzo is going to easily bat 300 against the shift. Uh,
Yeah, no more shift. So
he's the number one player that I think the shift will impact, at least on the Yankees.
yeah,
But I um I love some Anthony Rizzo. And the third player is Isaiah Connor Falefa.
oh God, that fucking guy sucks, bro.
I think you might see him at third base a lot more often this year. Um, DJ LeMahieu, I want DJ LeMahieu to spend as much time at second as possible,
Yeah,
second and first. If Stanton gets banged up or if Rizzo gets banged up, I want to see either Rizzo DH if Stanton gets banged up, and I want to see LeMahieu at first because we need his bat down the stretch.
Yeah.
And third base seems like the place he is that puts the most wear and tear on his body. And I would rather sacrifice him and put him at second or first, um, to minimize the wear and tear,
Yeah.
so we keep his bat in the lineup as much as possible.
Yeah, they need his bat.
But yeah, that I mean, those are my couple of picks for Yankees and Frankie Montas.
Oh God.
I've been huge on Frankie
Yeah, I
Montas.
know. Since the day they fucking traded him, it's been nonstop. Oh, he's gonna go off and shit like
I'm
that. He didn't
telling
do
you,
shit.
he was hurt. He was hurt last year. I think he's going to be the best number five starter in the history of baseball.
In the history of baseball, I don't know about
Yes,
that, but
the
I
best
hope you're
number
right.
five.
I hope you're right though. Better be a solid number five.
Oh, he definitely will be. Um, but where we leave off, we talked AL MVP, NL MVP.
NL, fuck.
I'm sticking with my pick, Manny Machado.
Yeah, Manny. Sounds about right.
Him or Mookie Betts always has to be in
Yeah,
discussion.
Mookie too.
Those
Just
are probably those are probably my two. I'd probably pick Manny.
yeah,
As far as Cy Young goes, I'm keeping my picks too. Garrett Cole and Corbin Burns.
yeah. Garrett Cole's just got to stop giving up them home runs, man.
Well, Devers is locked into the AL East, so
Yeah,
that's not gonna help his cause any.
yeah.
But I think Garrett. I got the cold-blooded shirt on.
That's fire.
I think Garrett is gonna win the AL Cy Young, and I think Corbin Burns wins the NL. You see the picture in the back?
Yep.
Yankee forever.
Yeah, that's fire.
That shit is dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I think that's about it,
Yeah.
right?
I
Good
think
talking to you, Rennie.
yes, sir.
We'll definitely look to get you back on here as soon as possible. If a Brian Reynolds trade happens, we'll be hopping on the podcast immediately.
Damn right.
But any big Yankees news, any big baseball news, this is the guy right here. This is the biggest Yankee fan I know, Nick Renzo.
Yep, that's a fact.
And we'll log off for now. I'm gonna hop back on here next week, early in the week with Sam Ohaj to discuss some college football.
Shit.
My fantasy football league, I know a lot of different leagues are doing different things. Some leagues are splitting the pot, some leagues are doing different weird things. Me and Jimmy decided to just run it back completely, start 0-0, and week 18 is going to decide our champion in my league. So we'll discuss that and further playoff seeding and looking into the NFL playoffs as well as the aftermath of the college football championship. We'll discuss some NFL mock draft things. And yeah, that'll be a banger of an episode, just like this one was. But thank you, Renzo.
Anytime, brother.
Appreciate you for being on, and I'll talk to you guys soon.